so hate filled right now. I want you to eat. You're ill.
Don't touch. Yo, easy. What's in your pocket? Where'd you just Your oven's on. You left your oven on. You're a loser! You disgusted me. Get real. Get real. I hate you! You're a loser! I have a knuckle sandwich with your name on it.
need a hug.
Stones, stones, stones. So many of them. And yet so little time. Get them, now. Come on, pick up the pace. Tick tock, friends. Well done indeed. You have done it. You really have done it. Well done. You've done it. Bye.
Yeah.